all of those people who had so much to say about Power, for all of the people who said, this is the worst season. This show is getting so past its prime. I'm just so bored. I'm sorry. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. Power is as good as it's ever been. For those who do not know, I am the Black Guru. What I offer is sage wisdom. This is the Power 507 review and reaction. And tonight's episode, man, all hell is broken loose. All fucking hell is broken loose, and it's currently breaking as we speak. So it's broken loose, and the shit just keeps on coming. So it's a lot of more shit to get into. My overall thoughts on tonight's episode was, tonight's episode could have easily been another complex episode that ends up being convoluted. Tonight's episode could have easily went into the power dark side. What's up, Queen? The power dark side, and what I mean by that is when power becomes too convoluted, then the show becomes a little bit less entertaining, more difficult to watch. And tonight has so much shit going on that it could have easily ventured down that road. But instead, what's up, Poison? What's up, Brad? But instead, this show walked us through beat by beat by beat an entire sequence of events that was amazing to watch. Would you guess that Snake would pack his shit and bolt it? Well, let's get it started. Let's not waste any time. Let's not waste any fucking time. Let's not waste any time. I'm completely excited, you guys. Let's start right at the beginning. What's up, Devon? Let's start right at the beginning. So we pick up where we left off essentially last week when Tasha storming out the house. She tells Ghost, I'm gonna get Silver to lie for me. Let me see. I don't think it's going to be Tasha or Ghost. And she says, I'm going to get Silver to lie for me because he loves me more than you ever would. So she runs her little ass over to Silver. Now, Silver is a fucking square. He's a L7 of the highest degree. And he wasn't about to fucking do that shit. Which I really, honestly, I don't want to disparage him, because I don't think he should have done it. Right? I don't think he should have done it. He's a lawyer. He's on the right side of the law, and getting involved with Tasha St. Patrick he's gonna be another Angela. He's gonna fuck around and be another Angela. If he falls for what Tasha's kicking. So he tells Tasha, know what? Fuck you. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that shit. And what's up, Butch? I see you finally can make it, Butch. And Tasha starts wiggling them hips. And Tasha starts puckering those big old lips that I love so much. That call in for this shit is too good. I do have a call in line. I might open up the phone lines in a little bit, Butcher. So she started wiggling those hips and puckering those lips. Can you please, please, for me? And look at him. You know that look in a nigga eye. When a nigga get this look in his eye, he's about to change his mind. This is the look of a nigga who's about to change his mind. He got scared in that parking garage, though. This episode came out today. Yeah, J-Made. So, he agrees to do it. He agrees to do it. He says, you know what? Cool, I'll do it. He agrees to do it. And this is interesting here because Angela is really, she's up against it right now. Angela, she done stuck her hand in some shit. And she's in trouble. And Ghost tells her, I got you. Reaffirming his commitment to Angela, reaffirming his love for her. So we have two very mild sex scenes that follow this. They were very mild for power standards. I was going to fast forward them anyway. Was I would watch Tasha scenes. I'm not watching no Angela sex scenes because, like I said, I'm tired of the little bony, narrow shit from Angela. I would have watched Tasha's thick ass, but I'm not watching Angela. But the two sex scenes were very mild, and we moved right along. And like I said, Angela stuck her hand in some shit. The whole office is after her now. Teresi. Now they tripping. Turn Reek in. Throw away. Lock the key. Yeah, Teresi on tonight was very, very good. Another great. Like I said, Teresi has really been great this season. I said the same exact shit. I find that very amusing. Yeah, this scene with him and his wife. I love Teresi and I love Teresi's wife, and they had a great scene here where he reveals that Tommy is his son, but she said she suspected it all along. Another great scene here when I never knew this guy's name, so I'm gonna just call him the black bald headed dude. The black bald headed dude walks in, and Angela's like, basically to summarize, tell me what's going on, help me out. And he was like, well, I'm not really fucking with you right now because you hot. So you hot around here. Basically, get your shit together, Angela, because you hot as a firecracker right now. And I can't deal with you. What's his name? Donovan? Donovan's his name. I like bald black dude better, but we'll call him Donovan. We'll go ahead and call him Donovan. And Donovan's like, look, man, look, Angela, I can't fuck with you right now. You're way too hot, so I'm out. So you really don't have any friends in this office. Remember that. So Angela looks and she knows she's fucked up. This is a look of a girl who knows she stuck her hand in some shit and she's fucked up. He did kind of give her a heads up. He did, Tro. He did. Black bald dude, facts. So here we go. You know how I feel about these scenes with the connects and all of this stuff, but this was relevant because finally Tommy brings him back his $2 million. Hey BG, why so early? I'm not early, GG. This is 9 o'clock. You said I was early when I was going on at 8. Now I'm early coming on at 9. When you want me to go live? 2 a.m.? Kane and Wildin. So the Connect takes checks. Yeah, I guess so. I guess the Connect takes checks. But it was clean money though, Troll. So he took the check from Tommy because it was clean money through Ghost. So, interesting scene here. Proctor. 10, about to watch Insecure at 9:30. Go ahead and watch your shows. Proctor's ass got his license back, but he had to cut a deal with Cooper Sacks. He had to cut a deal that he was going to basically get some dirt on Angela. Okay. I love this scene here because this scene is when Ghost didn't allow Tasha to handle the situation. See, this is Ghost sticking his hand into some shit. So Proctor, the snitch now. They put Proctor between a rock and a hard place because he lost his license to practice law and he needs his money to take care of his daughter. So they kind of put him between a rock and a hard place. And Cooper Sacks kept his word. He said, I can get you your law license back, but you got to help me out. And he got him his law license back. So, he's got to give him some dirt on Angela. But this scene here was important because Ghost is trying to take control of a situation that has already been handled by Tasha. See, this is interesting because Tasha already handled the situation with Silver. And here comes Ghost trying to take the male authority and he ends up fucking it up. Proctor could flip on anybody at this point, right? I predict Proctor's going to die. I don't know. That's just a prediction from me. So Tasha's basically like, I got the shit handled, Ghost. But he doesn't trust it. He don't want to leave shit in Tasha's hands. Ghost has already said he don't like putting shit in other people's hands. He's got to be the one who makes everything happen. So we have a meeting here. Angela and Tommy meet up in the apartment. Tommy keep breaking into her shit, eating up all her chips, feet all on the couch, scaring the living daylight out of her all the time. And they have a brief conversation. Now I disagree. I think Proctor is a snake and knows how to slither through the weeds. Ghost can't do shit right. He really can't good. So we come to this here. How do we know that Proctor got his license back? Sax probably wasn't talking to anyone. Well, Marquise, at the end of the episode, when Proctor was talking to Tommy, he said, "I got my license back." And Tommy handed him some money and said, "I killed somebody today." That was him retaining him as a lawyer. So that's what that scene was about. It happened later in the episode. You take Tasha and Angela out the episode. It was a dope episode. It was dope either way. Perp. I don't know why you hating on Tasha and Angela, but it was dope either way, bro. But Ghost had a reason to feel like that because Tasha and Angela left open ends. That's true. That's true, Butch. That's true. But in this case, it wasn't an open end. So he just has a bad habit of trying to control every fucking thing. Whether he's right or wrong, he has that bad habit. Teresi friend gonna tell Tommy his dad's a snitch. You think so, Brad? Well, this scene right here fucked me up. They're dealing drugs through this guy through the prison, and he fucked up the money. He tried to hustle Teresi, and they tied his ass down, and they pulled out a drill and drilled a hole right into his fucking knee. And as I'm watching this, I'm watching this on my fucking couch, and I'm fucking turning, I'm fucking squeamish, and I'm moving, I'm acting like my knee is getting fucking tortured. When I'm watching this shit, that shit was so gruesome, and the idea of that pain so sharp that I'm on my fucking couch just crunched up. Oh, I love this fucking scene. That was the best scene of the night. Reminded of baseball, Tommy. Yeah, it was one of the best scenes of the night. I'll get to the next best scene. Yeah, I was fucking. Oh my goodness, I was flipping and flopping all over my couch. So, Teresi, I lost interest in Tasha and Angela's stories long ago. It just takes me out. Don't let me forget you said that. Teresi friend has been looking at him funny ever since Teresi shows him over Tommy. That's a good point, Butcher. That's a good observation, Butcher. That's a good observation. Because he did choose to kill him over Tommy, and he got him kicked out of the mob. So he may betray Teresi eventually, because he did ended up getting him kicked out of the mob. And he chose to kill him over his son. And he still may hold that level of resentment. So that's a great observation, Butch. Great observation. It's like watching a movie with bad CGI whenever I see Tasha and Angela. Okay. This is probably the third best scene of the night. So they're having a family dinner. And like I said, a couple of my favorite characters here. I really like Teresi's wife. I really like Tommy's mom. I really like these characters a lot. I wish we could use them more. It's just not enough room for them. But every time they're on screen, they're really charismatic. And we need a few more women in the show to balance out the men. But I really love those two characters. So they having a family dinner. And my girl comes barging in to her house talking shit. Talking shit. She come barging in straight talking shit. Soon as she walked in, I was like, oh shit, it's on now. It's on now. She in there cussing. She ain't had no dope to snort. She cranky because she ain't been high lately. I could watch those four fighting all night. I really could. The whole episode could have been about this, and I would have been fine. Teresi's wife is going to tell Tommy that Teresi is a snitch. Marquise, I just throwing out so many plot lines. Jerry Springer shit here. Yeah, it wasn't like some Jerry Springer shit, but it was some good shit. It was some real good shit. Yeah, side chick versus main chick. It was some really good shit. I loved it. I love this scene. So they end up throwing her out, and she's addressing Teresi's wife directly. I absolutely loved it. I love this scene. This is probably the third best scene, maybe the second best behind the drill. Maybe the first best. We'll talk about that later. She was like, "Fuck you, bitch." This was very Jerry Springer like. Know how many times I drove around the house? Facts. The opening Insecure with the sex scene. So y'all gonna give me live update on Insecure? I don't think Connie is going to snitch because she is already looking out for him after she's gone. Facts. You heard my son leave. Yeah, she said that, Keith. She did say that, Keith. You heard my son leave. She was like, bitch. we could have got about 5 more minutes of this, and I would have been okay. I would have been okay with about 5 more minutes of this. Because this was just good old fashioned, messy, Jerry Springer style drama. And I ate it up because I love and believe all of those characters. So now we get into this shit here. Ghost really fucking up. He rolls up on Silver even after Tasha really literally already handled the situation. And here he comes threatening Silver, telling Silver what you better do. Silver don't like Ghost, and he ain't scared of him like that. He don't like him, and he ain't scared of him. So with all of these intimidation factors, he just gave Silver more of a reason to question what Tasha has asked him to do. Ghost really should have never showed his ass up. He should have never showed his ass up on this one. He really fucked up with this. Look at Silver. And y'all know I think Silver's a sassy little firecracker. But he's not afraid of Ghost. Connie dies. I think it changes Teresi's view. Notice Connie said, "He's all you have after me." That's true. Ghost does something amazing one scene, then fucks something up the next scene. Yeah. What could be more Ghost than that? But Silver thought he was going to do something gangster. Yeah. Because he knows him. He knows him. He knows how he is. But that only threatened to go to the board. Yeah, but Silver's basically saying, I don't have to participate in your criminal organization, Ghost. I don't work for you. I'm not Angela. I'm not Proctor. So that's why I'm saying I'm really not mad at Silver for real. Because he's saying, I'm not Proctor. I'm not Angela. I'm not one of your pawns that you can move around in your game to keep people out of jail. Fuck you. He's basically saying I would have did it for Tasha because I fuck with Tasha like that. But damn you, Ghost, I don't fuck with you like that. Remember, Silver didn't fuck with Ghost back when Ghost was locked up in jail. He didn't want to fuck with him then. He looked down at him then. He's been looking down at Ghost since day one, since he met Ghost. He's always looked down at Ghost. So for Ghost to show up and try to intimidate him and tell him what he gonna do, Silver's like, man, fuck you. Fuck you. Tommy should plant the gun in Angela's apartment. Ooh, that would be cold. Silver snaking all of them. I don't think Silver's snaking. That's my point. I don't think Silver is doing no snake shit right now. So this is some shit with the Jimenez that I'm not. You know how I feel about all this shit. We'll talk about it briefly, but I don't think it was the highlight of tonight's episode. It was good. It helped undergirth the episode, but you know how I feel about this stuff here. It just kind of dribbles on sometimes. I wanted to point out this scene because I like the scenes where Tasha and Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? I like when Tasha and Kiki, I look at calling her Kiki now. Tasha and Keisha are just kind of talking like girlfriends. I like when they're just kind of talking like girlfriends and kind of discussing their lives. We don't really get that. We don't really get that a lot. these normally they're talking under stressful situations and revealing important plot points to each other and shit. They're never just kind of hanging with each other, just talking like girlfriends. And we haven't seen a lot of that since really season 2. So I was happy to kind of see that. They're talking about normal stuff for once. Yeah, they just kind of being normal, Keith. And I kind of like that from these two. Been a while since they did that type of scene, right? She gonna be mad at Tommy, right? What you mean, Brad? Why is Lala still in this show? Cause she fine. I mean, come on. This is the scene where Silver set up Tasha for the big reveal. Oh yeah, he did. That's a good point. Tasha was cocky this episode. She was. She got humbled though. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? So now we get, like I said, this conversation here was more of that complex, borderline convoluted dialogue where they're discussing who's going to kill who and why we not going to do it this way, we going to do it that way, and who's connect we going to work with if so-and-so die. They spent about 2 or 3 minutes in this car going over the inner workings of Kanan's plan, essentially. And like I said, you know how I feel about this, guys. It's very complex. Sometimes it can be convoluted, and I hear it, I see it, but I just kind of like to just kind of move on. I don't really like to do too much of that. Here's another little bit of a complex / convoluted thing where we bring back Saquon. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Saquon, and he's kind of snitching on Councilman Tate, letting him know Councilman Tate skimming money off the top. So this is the scene I spoke about moments ago where Proctor is telling Tommy that, hey, I'm a lawyer again, but I need some dirt on Angela. Are y'all covering up some murders? And that's when they bring back up Charlie Murphy's murder. I wasn't talking about Tommy didn't tell her about his dad. Well, I like seeing where it set up Kanan's ability to process a situation to his advantage. Yeah, but Butch, I liked it. I didn't dislike it. It's just it's like green beans on a plate. It's like green beans on your Thanksgiving plate, right? You got your macaroni and cheese, you got your meat, you got your mashed potatoes, and you got some green beans. Now the green beans can be good, but that's not the main thing you understand what I'm saying? It's not the main thing you want to eat on your plate. You got your meat on your plate, you got your mashed potatoes, your macaroni and cheese, and you got some green beans. And you're going to eat those green beans, but you ain't really too much checking for them like that. Even though they can be some good green beans, you're just not really, And that's where that shit kind of lies for me. It's just the green beans on the plate. Not bad, but it's just not what I'm checking for. You hungry now? Everybody is snaking everybody on this show. Son versus dad, husband versus wife, etc., etc. But I'm okay with that, Lava. Kanan and Tariq is like Tony Stark and Peter Parker. That's a great observation. Well, unless you're a vegetarian. Hey, but you know what I mean, Tro. So I want to talk about Charlie Murphy. Back when I reviewed last season when Charlie Murphy was killed, I said that hopefully this doesn't come back up because it was a very bloody and brutal murder. And I'm like, maybe this comes back up, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it may be a big deal, maybe it won't. But sure enough, it came back up. It came back to haunt Ghost that he committed that act. And this is where I want to make a comment about Power for all of the naysayers, for all of the people who say Power has lost its way, all of this negative energy people have been given towards this season of Power. This is what I want to say. Power has not lost its way. Why? Because Power rewards its viewers for watching and paying attention to a show unlike any show that I've seen in a very, very long time. Everything that happens on screen on Power may become relevant at some point in the future. Every conversation, everything that you see may come back to play a role in the plot and in the story. And it rewards the audience for paying attention to what's going on. A lot of shows don't do that. A lot of shows don't do that. A lot of shows that have shit happen in one episode that seemed relevant for the episode, and you'll never hear or see that again. However, Power lives in a universe. They create a universe where everything is relevant. Everything that happens is still relevant. Things don't just disappear. Nothing is swept under the rug. Okay, so the fact that Ghost killed Charlie Murphy in prison has come back up now. Okay? Should be airtight. Should be airtight, man. And I appreciate that. That's not easy to do. And to keep that alive, to keep all of these events alive, sometimes the stories can become complex. And sometimes they may come off as convoluted, and sometimes they may flat out be convoluted. But I more appreciate the attempt to try to keep all of this shit worked in, to keep the show tight with all of the events that take place, versus some other shows that just allow shit to happen episode after episode, season after season, and nothing matters after so long. So I wanted to make that statement. For those who do not know, I am the Black Guru. What I offer is sage wisdom. Follow the Black Guru if you don't already, and keep those hearts flying. Teresi's wife is a real one. Don't snitch on your son. He's all you got left. But Teresi killed Biscuit, so he's just implicating himself. Teresi killed Biscuit. I thought Biscuit was on Snowfall. Teresi's scene was my favorite tonight. Well, here Teresi goes snitching right here. Here Teresi goes snitching, tattletelling. That look on Dre's face, I thought he got ambushed. We only got 3 episodes left, right? It's going fast, man. It is, Brad. I feel like there's like 3 seasons left. We are definitely near an end game. That's why Teresi wanted full immunity. Yeah, that is why. That's a good point, Butcher. He did want full immunity. No Tate scene was. So here goes the chess y'all were talking about. Kanan playing chess. Biscuit. Baby Seal Eyes Biscuit. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Teresi might die low key. I believe Teresi will die. So here, this one I said what I had for my favorite scene right here is when Tommy popped up in the back of Angela's car and scared the living bejesus out of fucking Angela. And he said, "You told me not to break into your house no more, but that don't mean I can't break into your car." And she's sitting there, and she says, I'm having a problem." And he's like, "Well, what's going on?" And she said, "Hey, I got a problem. Can you eliminate it?" And when she said, "Can you eliminate it?" I damn near fucking fell on the floor. I said, "Ooh, Angela is getting cold." Tommy looks at her and said, "You got the devil inside." He said, "Ooh, you got the devil inside." He said, "Well, what's the problem's name?" He's getting excited. He like, "Yeah." The taste scene, you was very satisfying. I can't lie. What's up, Marisol? So this was one of my favorite scenes because we finally seen Angela embrace the dark side. So she said something to the effect of I've been in it so long, or to summarize what happened, she accepted her role in this criminal organization. So she's not playing good girl, bad girl anymore. She knows she's fucked up. She knows she's against the wall, and she's ready to get her hands dirty to save herself and to save Jamie. So she finally embraced the dark side. They might as well play some Darth Vader music for her ass. Dun 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 dun. Cause shit, she's stepped into the dark side. Oh, I love this fucking scene. Because we finally got a full heel turn. Even though she was more of a heel to begin with. But, so I'll say we finally got her being a criminal. I'll say it that way. Because she was more of a heel when she was the mistress. Been hanging around Ghost too damn long. She has been, Keith. So this, yeah, look at her eyes. She got the devil in her now. She done got some dick in her, and then she got some devil in her. I'm sorry. I'm gonna edit that part out. She got some dick in her, then she got some devil in her after that. I'm gonna edit that out though. So yeah, for me, this was one of my favorite scenes of tonight. Well, this was a good scene too, you guys, because this one we got the answer to the question that we got from last week. The question, will Silver lie for Angela? I mean, lie for Tasha. Will Silver lie for Tasha? That was last week's big question, leaving that episode, and we got the answer right here. So this was another big scene. When she walked into that apartment and all that shit was gone, and he left her, and she's looking around, looking like Will Smith on Fresh Prince on the final episode. And he left her a check and a subpoena talking about, sorry, Angela. I mean, I keep calling her Angela. Sorry, Tasha. Rebounder got traded to the Wizards. So if she marries Ghost, she won't have to testify. Will they take this route? I don't know. I don't know if Tasha and Ghost are officially divorced. So yeah, her whole plan has been ruined. But Ghost ruined the plan. Silver ain't ride or die, side nigga. And I want to keep saying this. I want to keep reiterating this. I don't blame Silver. I don't blame Silver. He actually did the right thing. I'm not getting involved with your shit, Tasha. I'm not getting involved with your shit. Ghost, he would have done it for Tasha, but with Ghost rolling up on him like that, he's like, you know, fuck this shit. I don't need this. I don't need to be a part of your shit. I'm not Angela. I'm not Proctor. He never liked Ghost. He because remember, Ghost was parading around like some well-to-do businessman, and Proctor was looking at him like, you're a fucking criminal, dude. You're a criminal. You're beneath me. He's always treated Ghost like you're beneath me. And to ask Silver to become a criminal, Tasha would have got him to do that. But when Ghost rolled up on him, that reaffirmed Silver's original position. Even to end, Silver felt like Tasha was protecting Ghost, so you're right. He wanted Ghost to plead guilty. Tasha too sloppy. She out here telling everyone everything. Yeah, but that's her lawyer, though, Perps. That's her lawyer. So, you know, he can tell her stuff like that. Or she can tell him stuff like that. Very intense stuff. And I want to make a quick note before we move on. This is what I talk about compelling episodic television. I've talked about this on some of my Snowfall reviews. How you doing, Sharita? I talked about this on some of my Snowfall reviews, that Snowfall hasn't really made compelling episodic week-to-week television. Well, this is compelling episodic week-to-week television because we ended last episode 506 with the critical question. We all had the same question. Will Silver lie for Tasha? We all wanted to know the answer to that question. We tuned in this week and we got our answer to that question. You see? So they left us with some information that we had to come back the next week to get the answer to. Compelling information. Okay? This is what I mean by weekly episodic television. Very good stuff. So then we have Councilman Tate finally getting put in his place. Little dirty little bastard. He's just a little grimy little dirty motherfucker. But he finally got put in his place. We got Kanan rolling up on the Serbian with the head of the Jimenez. He delivered the head of the Jimenez to the Serbian so he can get on board with him. Why we gotta wait for 2 weeks to the next episode though? Scene of the night. You think scene of the night? So Tasha rolls back up on Ghost. See, I hated how Diego was killed so easily. Just 50 trying to make it about him again. Right, troll. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started down that road. I told y'all about that on last week. How I felt about that on last week. Kanan kind of being Superman Kanan. So Tasha rolls back up on Ghost like, motherfucker, what have you done? Ghost looking stupid. Yeah, I told him, I gave him a little incentive. She like, you stupid motherfucker. I had it done. You dumb fuck. I had it taken care of. Well, he basically like, well, you know how it is, Can't let you handle shit. So, and at this point, he basically says, if it's, Tasha says that, hey, I'm going to just turn myself in to help protect Tariq. And Ghost says, well, if anybody's going to go down for the family, it's going to be me. So what does that mean? What is Ghost prepared to turn himself in? What is Ghost prepared to do to ensure that Tariq doesn't go to jail? But the way Tariq is running, he's trying to go back to jail anyway. He's selling pills. He's running with Kanan. So it seems like he's going to end up back in jail whether they protect him or not. The way he's running around. So they're all trying to protect Tariq, but Tariq is doing his damnedest to get locked up. Shit. So that basically summarizes tonight's episode in a nutshell. Tariq is in the right. Tariq ass gonna do some dumb shit anyway. Tariq fucking up anyway. Right. He's setting up Kanan. I doubt it. That dude loved Kanan for some reason. So tonight's episode was great, you guys. And I mean, tonight's episode could have easily been too convoluted, too complex, but the way that the pacing of tonight's episode, it really rolled. It was a lot, but it rolled very smoothly. It rolled very smoothly. It went from next thing to next thing to next thing very naturally. And let me give you guys something you may not have noticed. There were a few scenes tonight where one person will be walking out and another person will be walking in. So there was a scene specifically when Tasha and Ghost was at the bar. Tasha was walking out and Councilman Tate was walking in. See, they're basically handing the baton to each other as far as the storytelling. That way we can kind of follow along as an audience and don't feel like we're being yanked from one story to another. You follow that? So that's a bit of a technique. Or when, people are talking to each other and they get a text message. Angela got a text message from Tommy. So Tommy goes over Angela's house. Angela goes home to meet Tommy. And then Tommy gets a text message from Teresi. So then he leaves and goes to be with Teresi. This is basically handing the baton to each other. That way you can follow the story. So we're touching on a bunch of different topics, but we don't get lost as an audience. Because they're handing the baton from one place to another. And when you do that, you can tell a complex story. In the audience, we can stay attentive to what's going on because we see where the baton is being handed. So we know where we're going. So that's a little bit of a thing that happened on tonight that really helped tie tonight's episode together. So what, y'all want to open up the phone lines? Right. Elite transition techniques used in television. Yeah. Very elite transition techniques. And they were used very effectively tonight. Wait. We do have to bring up how ridiculous Dre whole cart gun scene. Yeah, you see I skipped over that, troll. I didn't really want to talk about the little mundane shit from tonight's episode. There was enough good shit on tonight. I didn't want to really go through and really nitpick the things that were kind of like, did you see the preview for the next show? I did see the preview. Yeah, I had notes on Dre's gun scene, but like I said, that's not that big of a deal. The fact that it happened is the big deal, not the practicality and the details of how it happened. So we had enough good shit on tonight. Let me ask you guys this question. What was what was your favorite scene from tonight? Because we talked about a few things. I told you my favorite scene, but I might be changing my mind. I might be going to the Teresi dinner, may be my favorite, and then Tommy in the car may be number two. But what were some of your favorite scenes? We got Teresi dinner. We got Tommy in the car. We got Councilman Tate getting his up and his comeuppance. We got Tasha walking into the empty house. The dinner. What if Ghost ends up in jail, but Tariq gets arrested and Ghost protects him inside? Ghost checking Tate. Marquise, you like Ghost checking Tate? Then Tasha walking in the empty house. The dinner. There was a lot of little highlights tonight. The Tommy stuff. Oh yeah, and the drill, right? The drill in the knee was the other one. Tonight was a damn good episode. Tate was best to me because they are so great together in scenes. True. Probably the dinner, the kill scene, Tommy and Angela. If I had to give tonight's episode, I'll give tonight's episode like an 8.3, 8.5. I'll give it an 8.3, 8.5. Mid to high eights. About mid eights. Tate is annoying. I like the drill scene. Yeah, if I had to rate tonight's episode, I'd give it about an 8.5. A lot of shit tonight. And for those people who keep fucking complaining about the show, you know what, Butch? You know what I figured out? You guys, the people who complain about the show, I know who those motherfuckers are. Those are those Empire fans who they wasn't really fucking with Power at first anyway. They was fucking with Empire. They thought Empire was the shit. But as Empire continued to fucking tank in quality and believability, they start switching their ass over to Power. They start sneaking their asses over to fucking Power. Talking about, yeah, I like Power. But now they trying to bring Power down. Oh, this ain't no good. This shit trash. The writing is bad. See, it's those motherfucking Empire assholes who creep they motherfucking asses over. They snuck in through the back door and started watching Power. And now they want to bring Power down because Empire is not worth a fuck. And it really never was. So I figured out the people who's hating on fucking Power. I figured out who those people were. Because if you've been a fan of this show, the show is as good as it's ever been. It hasn't gone in a new direction. They keep bringing up shit that happened 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons ago. Everything that ever has happened on this show is still relevant right now. So how can we say the quality of the show is falling when everything is still on the table? Empire has too many musical interludes. Empire was a dumpster fire from the fucking get-go. I don't even know what Empire wanted to be. Empire, it got too cool too fast. I also love Tommy eating chips, saying these organic chips are great. I appreciate the Super Hearts. Thank you. I really appreciate the Super Hearts. I feel like they're going to frame either Terry or Trey for the Ray Ray murder. Too much fucking today. Too much fucking today. Unnecessary. What you mean? I open up the phone lines. Ghost about to get locked up for snuffing that drunk driver. Yeah, that shit's not going anywhere, Crispy. That shit might come back. If it happened, it can come back. Shit can come back. And that's what I love about the show. So for those who do not know, I am the Black Guru. What I offer is sage wisdom. Just like everything with Ghost, Time, and Kane, and everyone else's stories is meh to me, just an opinion. That's a good thing about their writing exactly. Yeah, everything can always come back. I knew that attorney dude was a puss. I wouldn't call him a puss. Like I said, I'm standing. I'm kind of standing up for Silver tonight. Kelly goes. What's the drunk guy? Yeah, I'm kind of standing up for Silver tonight because I think he wasn't a puss. He just did the right thing. No need to get involved in Tasha's bullshit. She's trying to protect Tariq. He asked her on tonight, "You still love Ghost?" And she's like, "No, no, no." Well, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that she, she doesn't really still love Ghost. So, as far as he's concerned, there's no reason to put his license on the line to deal with, Tasha just because he likes Tasha. Sure, he likes Tasha, but you got Ghost, you got all of these nefarious people. No reason to sully your fucking reputation for that. He wouldn't even back Silver in the bar hearing. He's not a fucking criminal. He does not fuck with criminal behavior. He has established that. His character has been consistent. Whether we like it or not, his character has been consistent of not getting into criminal activity. Silver has shown, if nothing else, he's not doing no criminal shit. Period. He's shown that. Phone lines are now open. 605-472-5717. 961-766 is the extension once you call in. Call in and let me know what your favorite scene was for tonight and why. Wait, notice he tapped his ass one time before jetting. He did. Tariq ready for that chain gang. That chain gang. As I sip my coffee. So yeah, just some final thoughts. He should have not fucked with her then. She was a King's Pinch woman. He didn't. What did he expect? She's fine, bro. Tariq needs some milk. She's fine. Of course he fucked with her. She's fine. Of course he did it. He liked Tasha. He just don't like the shit Tasha a part of. That's why Tasha went back to Ghost talking about, I could have had a good life. I could have had a good life. What's up, Can? These phone lines here. Hold on. Shit. Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Fine, how you doing?
I'm good. I got a question for you.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, this is Nikki Irvin.
Hey, Nikki, how you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Fine. Where you from?
I'm from Florida.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I just had to ask. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My bad. I was being rude. I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about the Terry situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it seemed like he went to the extreme when he just packed his whole entire apartment up and just dipped.
Right.
So what if he's like running for something else besides that? Because again, you're an attorney, right? So you get subpoenas all the time. You go to court all the time. That's just the business that you're in. You see what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, why would you get spooked by what she's asking you to do? And technically, it ain't a lie. He did see her put the gun up. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But it wasn't in closet. So technically, he ain't really lying. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I think.
My whole thing is.
Go ahead.
So my whole thing is, why would you run like that unless you running for something else?
He's essentially running from Ghost, right? So he's not really running away from Tasha as much as I believe he's running away from Ghost. He doesn't want anything to do with Ghost and Ghost's criminal organization because remember, Ghost rolled up on him and threatened him. Hold on, we got another.
But he can't prove that he's a criminal. He can think all he wants to. You know what I'm saying? You can think all you want to because you proved it.
Yeah, he knows. He knows what Ghost is up to.
So then again, if he knows what Ghost is up to, why would you fuck with the wife? You know what I'm saying? Why would you not think the wife's not involved?
I see where you're coming from. Tasha's fine
That's
though. She fine
I
though.
understand that. I understand that. But if you I understand that. But if you're such an upstanding citizen, you know what I'm saying? And you already, you quote unquote, already know the husband into. What makes you think she don't know what the hell going on with her husband? What makes you think she's not involved in all the bullshit? She's been married to that man for damn near 15 years, 10 years.
Right.
They got 3 kids together. So why would you not think for 1 minute she ain't involved with the bullshit?
Right.
She is involved because I'm sorry, this Butch, man. What's up, BG?
What's up, Butch?
And who else on the line?
We got Nikki Urban on the line.
Hey, Nikki, how you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm all right. The reason why I said she was involved because she was trying to push. If y'all remember the first season, she was trying to keep Ghost in the game because she wanted to keep up with the lifestyle.
Butch, please. I am so tired of everybody blaming Tasha for this man staying in the game. First of all,
I'm not blaming Tasha. I'm just saying that she pushed him to keep going.
No.
And Ghost wanted to quit.
First of all, Ghost is the husband. He is the head of the household.
Boy.
So the thing is this right here. If he really wanted to get the game, that's what it would have been. You know what I'm saying? She would have either had to get down or lay the fuck down. Either which way it was going to go. And then on top of that, Ghost is the type of man, he don't let anything come to his way from getting what he wants. So if he really wanted to get the game, he would have did just that. So I'm tired of everybody blaming that.
No, he was still in the game at the time when she was saying, when he was expressing that he was ready to get out of the game. She was trying to keep him in it. That's all I'm saying. I didn't say he didn't. You know, he was still doing what he was doing at the time, but he was expressing that he was trying to get out, and she wanted him not to get out.
But he had a choice. You're not missing my point. He had a choice as a husband and provider of that family. He could have just said, "No, bitch. This is what we gonna do. Either you gonna get down or lay the fuck down. This is what it's gonna be. Point blank, into the sentence." So you think if my husband came to me right now and been like, "Okay, I got a new job here, X, Y, and Z." Oh, and I say I don't want to go, and he gonna say, "Oh, well, you ain't got a choice. Either get down, or lay down." Nigga, I'm going with my goddamn husband. I'm going with my family.
Well, she's proven to do what the fuck. This Tasha has proven to do what the fuck she want to do anyway. The whole time this show's been on. So
has her husband. So has her husband.
What? So you flip flopping. Now he can't do whatever you want to do because y'all be killing me with this. Stop trying to protect Tasha from her whoredom, and it is what it is.
Y'all just mad because Ghost is a whore too, sweetie. He fucked the whole bitch for 4 seasons long. Moved his toe in. Moved in with the bitch. And now y'all mad because she got some dick on the side? Y'all kill me. Y'all niggas got all kind of substandards and substandards going on here.
I ain't mad at Tasha. I'm just saying she was trying to keep him in the game. For her to pull that bullshit and talk about my life would have been different. Sit your ass down somewhere, Tasha. Sit your ass down because you was trying to keep in the light. It was all good. It was all good when the money was flowing in and she was popping champagne bottles and shopping here and there. But now she gets sick. Now she's talking that bullshit about not wanting to be in the game. Her life would have been different and blah blah blah. You was right with him though. You was part of the game. She was in the game. She was mobbing with him if you don't recall.
Now Nikki, I will say I see where you're coming from, but that line that when she told Ghost, I could have had a different life if I didn't hold that gun. That was some bullshit to say that to Ghost, considering what they've been through since then and what they've built since then, and the fact that she wanted to stay in the life when he wanted to leave. To tell him that was bullshit. Now, her getting some dick on the side from Silver, she was owed that dick because of what Ghost put her through. So I agree with you on that. She was supposed to get some dick based on all the shit Ghost put her through. But to tell him I could have had a different life if I didn't hold that gun, basically meaning I could have been a square if it wasn't for you. And Ghost is looking like, what you mean?
But hold on. Let's pause right here. Let's pause. First of all, this whole timeline of this whole series it's based on a 5 to 6 month span. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you saw the interview with Courtney Kemp, Tasha was fucking with Ghost when she was 15 years old, and this nigga was damn near an adult. So basically, Ghost raised this bitch. So you mean to tell? So basically, this is the whole life that she only knows is through him. You know what I'm saying? He basically raised her in this lifestyle, in this drug world. If you really want to be correct with the shit, because Tasha is 30, according to Courtney Kemp. Ghost and Tommy is 35, and them damn kids is supposed to be goddamn 10. For real. So they started fucking around, and so they've been married 10 years. Do the math on that shit. She was a fucking child. This nigga was a goddamn adult. So to be honest, she's been with this nigga since 15 years old. That's all the fuck she knows. Is the damn drug life. He did not take the time out to explain to her the benefits of a legit life. And again, that goes back to a husband's role when he should have done for his wife. If that's
right,
what he do for real.
Bruh, come on now, Nikki.
But now, this what I say. But this what I say to that, Nikki. She may have been, because I see the groundwork he's trying to lay. The fact that she was young and basically she didn't know no better at the time, because he was older than her. So basically, he showed her this lifestyle in the first place. But what I would say is, she's reaped the benefits of being a part of that life. So now that the pressure is on, now that they're in a situation where she may have to go to jail, she may have to protect her son, she's sleeping with this other man. Now she's telling Ghost shit like, hey, I could have had a different life. Well, damn, you wasn't saying that when we bought the penthouse. You wasn't saying that when the money was rolling in and you and Kiki was eating these $500 dinners at these restaurants, drinking all this champagne and wine.
But Guru, let's be for real again. Tasha is the brains behind this whole fucking operation, my nigga. Like, let us all be for real. Cut the bullshit.
That's what I'm saying, though, Nikki. She was deep in this shit. She was in this shit. She wasn't no pawn. She was helping. She was.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing at all. I understand she was in the game, and I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is she is basically the brains behind this whole entire operation. Ghost wouldn't be shit without Tasha to be all but for real. Because
I agree.
She would be a mother. He wouldn't be shit out her for real. And what makes me mad is you choose a bitch from 20 years ago. Hold on. Y'all still, wait. Y'all still, nigga, you are goddamn.
I feel you.
You are kingpin drug lord. Nigga, you ain't do no damn background research, no Google search, no nothing for this bitch. Like nothing, like no background, no nothing on this hoe. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you get blind about the pussy, and this hoe got goddamn fed, and you still fucking this bitch. And the whole last week, the bitch that you told you to your face, I was going to arrest all of y'all. Every last one I was going to arrest y'all, and you still trying to fuck. Like, I can't deal with this step-ass nigga. I can't deal with this motherfucker. Ghost is a straight up and down simp right now.
Oh, my God.
Say it again, Nikki.
Ghost is a straight up and down simp right now. Like,
he's simping, yeah. Yeah, he is simping. Yeah.
The bitch that told me to your face, I was going to arrest all of y'all. Y'all always going to jail. Every last one, your mama, your kids, your wife, your best friends, nigga, all y'all was going to goddamn jail. So I don't understand here's this decision making, that's going on. I don't know no nigga who in that life who gonna choose on pussy over get the money.
Well, we wouldn't have no show if he wasn't a little bit of a simp. We'd just have a dry ass show.
And let me say this. Let me add this in though, because I understand where you're coming from about him being a simp, and then Butcher saying we wouldn't have a show. But we have to remember, as far as the writing of the show goes, Angela and Tasha represent the dichotomy or the different mentalities of Ghost, right? So we have Ghost
Right.
and we have Jamie. That's why they call them different names. Angela calls him Jamie because she knows the kid before he got into the life. She knows the man outside of the streets, while Tasha calls him Ghost. Because like you said, that's all
Yep.
she knows. She knows Ghost. So sometimes
Yeah.
James St. Patrick struggles between who he is. Is he Ghost, the street killer, or is he Jamie, the well-dressed, well-spoken, smart businessman? And he comes in and out of these two personalities. And he has two different women in his life who represent those two ideologies. So that's who those two people represent.
I ain't even think
Like,
about it, but yeah,
I
she only
guess-
calls him James or Ghost. You're right.
Like, I guess. I mean, I guess. Again, I just can't deal with this nigga being straight up and down simp. Like, he just, he's doing the utmost, like, for real. And for me, I feel like Tasha's gonna be the last one standing. Like, for real, for real. like, for real, because even.
I don't know now.
I think she's gonna be the last one standing because she always got a game plan. She always got.
Well, shit, Ghost taught her that.
Huh?
Ghost probably taught her that. The way he like to manipulate and game plan himself. So I mean, like,
But
the way
the
that-
same way. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say the caveat in there. I mean, well, the linchpin in that is Silver now because he kind of hold Tasha fate as well right now. So, because if he go back, even if he thinking everything's on Ghost, even if he think Tasha trying to protect Ghost, it's still gonna fall back on Tasha. Well, Tyreek really, but he gonna end up hurting Tasha and bringing down a whole bunch more because everything is tied. Like everything that Ghost and Tasha was doing up to that point, it's still gonna be like considered the Rico thing. They trying to get Angela underneath the Rico.
But they can't prove anything. All they have is a bunch of circumstantial evidence. That's all they got. They have
But
a
with
flimsy ass case.
But with the
And with a
snitching
gun.
going on, but with Teresi snitching and Proctor
Right.
giving information, they're starting to get hard evidence now because people are snitching. So now we got a couple of snitches in the mix between Proctor and Teresi, and they're pointing them in the direction of some hard evidence. So you're right, they had some circumstantial stuff, and as of right now, they have circumstantial evidence. But with snitches coming out pointing fingers and giving names and dates, they're starting to get some hard facts.
But hold on. Let's talk about Teresi, okay? And he was snitching on a damn on Ghost in a damn murder. Any good attorney could tear that shit apart. First of all, you can lock up 25 years. That's number one. Number two, you are a certified snitch. And number three, my nigga, where the camera work at? Where your evidence at? You can't even prove this shit went down the way you said it went down.
But
For all
that's why
they
he
know-
wanted immunity though. So
Again, any good attorney will be able to bring up reasonable doubt. Because again, why would you have immunity if you ain't involved in that shit? Or did it go down the way you said it went down? You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Any good attorney will be able to destroy that shit. They still ain't got shit.
I see
They
what
still
you're
ain't got
saying.
nothing.
One thing I'll add to that is that Teresi did say that if it comes to that, he will testify. So he'll get on the stand as an eyewitness to the murder too. So he'll be an eyewitness. Now, like you say, a good lawyer may be able to disqualify Teresi as an eyewitness, but him giving his testimony that he was there and he's seen these things may be able to sway a jury if it ever comes to that.
right.
And then you know what I would do if I was a goddamn attorney? Where the damn cameras at? Ain't none. Where the cameras at? Show me what my client did this shit at. Show me. Y'all got prison, right? Y'all got cameras everywhere. They all work, right? Show me the footage.
You about that life, ain't you? Ain't you?
Yeah.
No. No. The thing is, I don't want people playing my goddamn intelligence like I was slow. That's all it is right there. And I feel like Power is a good show, but they got some plot holes with that shit, like for real. And I just hate this shit like that. Just go through, you know what I'm saying? The plot holes start to come up to the surface. Like I can't
Now-
figure that shit out. Like I can't read between lines. Like I'm slow, my nigga.
Now go now. You've mentioned plot holes. Now I'm intrigued. What do you consider a plot hole of the show?
This whole timeline is a plot hole, my nigga. This whole 6-month thing is a plot hole. Cause keep in mind, this whole story is between 5 to 6 fucking months. So you mean to tell me all this shit happened to one family in 6 months?
Now how are we suggesting that this is a 6-month timeline? How are we gathering in 6 months?
Guru. They still in winter.
They in New York.
Keep it. Sweetie, they still have 4 seasons, right? They still in winter. Every year they're in winter.
I look at it this way. We can track the story by the age of the little girl. Because remember, she was a baby in season 1.
I tell you what. Don't believe me. Go look at Courtney Kim's interview on AfterBuzz TV from last week. She was saying herself, this whole storyline is 5 to 6 months in a time span. We're talking about from the opening of the Club of Truth and Angela walking to the truth to today is 6 months. Until now, it's 6 months. 5 to 6 months.
I don't know. I had to pull that up to see if that's what Courtney meant by that. Because I'm pretty sure because
she said it. Don't believe me. Like I said, I got receipts. Go on YouTube, type in AfterBuzz Power TV. Last week's episode, they have Courtney Kim on there, and she says it in the interview.
Yeah, well, Brad brought up a good point. He said Ghost was in jail for about 5-6 months.
No, he wasn't. Okay. Again, ask my question. Why is it every time we come back, they still in motherfucking winter time? Why the fuck everybody still wearing winter coats though?
Because they film in New York.
They have summertime in New York, right?
Yeah, but they filming though.
Filming.
Yeah, they filming, right? So they may. But we gotta understand.
Right.
I feel you where you're coming from, but they may be filming in winter, so it's cold outside. It's real life cold outside, right?
So that would mean if it's cold outside, then that would mean that time frame is wintertime or a cold month, correct?
Yeah, but that's when they real life filming. Because think about it, power comes on over the summer, so they go to film in real life. They go to film in the winter, so the show can air in the summer. So they can't be outside in the winter in New York with a T-shirt on just to, give the appearance that it's summer on the show.
But how about this though? So how about this then? I'm trying to give an example. I'm trying to think of a show that had or a movie that goes over some you can tell the difference in the seasons or whatever. I'm trying to think. I can't think off the top of my head right now. But if you notice in other stories, in other series, it's different seasons. Oh, okay. Tell you what. How about Empire?
Walking Dead did because they filmed during different. They split their season up too though. Empire was splitting their season up, and Walking Dead did too. So that's why they could film in the winter and the summer.
But Power only films one time of the year, correct?
Right. They season.
So again, they seasonal. So again, this whole timeline is in the wintertime.
I get how you connect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That might that's what I said. I might I'm gonna have to look it up because like you said that's like that may be like the way she tied the story in and explain why everybody always wearing winter clothes to say it all happened within 6 months. So yeah, it makes
cold
sense.
Outside.
Right. So that's how that might be like a writing tool that she used for to make it make sense why everybody always dress warmly. But I got you.
Because,
but let me tell you though.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was actually calling in to hone in on Kanan's relationship with Tariq because I feel like since Kanan killed his son, he looked at his son like he didn't follow in his dad's footsteps, while as Tariq actually he looked like the son that he wished he had. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like the dynamic of that relationship. And even thinking about it, Sean was really close to Ghost before he got killed. I think his name was Sean.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was really close to Ghost before he got killed by Kanan. So, and before he saw fucking Tasha.
And what I'll say, the second level of that is, and what makes that even more interesting is that we have to remember that Kanan was always after the revenge on Ghost for locking him up.
Right.
Remember that's how we were introduced to Kanan. And then we had old girl tell him, "How about you take away, something more valuable from him instead of taking his life? Why don't you take away something more valuable?" So Tariq becoming more and more of a gangster, following Kanan's lead, is actually Kanan's ultimate revenge on Ghost. So Kanan is still extracting revenge on Ghost by continuing to turn Tariq darker and darker and more into the life, even though that's not where Ghost wanted his son to go. So we have to remember they have that relationship like you suggested, but what underlines that relationship is it still pays respect to the revenge that Kanan always wants to have on Ghost for locking him up and leaving him in a burning building.
Now I do agree with that. Let me get this out, and I'm gonna be quiet. But I do agree with all of that. But the reason why I think it's a little deeper now is when Kanan had the opportunity to go ahead and either rat Tariq out or hurt Tariq, he didn't, and he let him live because I think that's when the turning point came and he started looking at him a little differently.
No. Go ahead, Nikki.
But with what both of y'all are saying, that goes back to showing how pissed off a daddy Ghost is. He's pissed off. He is, because again, had he not left his house, left his kids attended, Kanan would never had a chance to come in and prey on his damn son.
You don't like Ghost just can't do shit right for you. So you just point out all the Ghost faults, and you don't see nothing wrong with nobody else.
No. Ghost is no. I like Ghost. I don't like the nigga.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No. I don't like the nigga he'll turn into. That's what I'm saying. Like season two Ghost love him. Ever since then, he built some simp shit. I don't like that.
I like you, Nikki.
Ever since season 2, after season 2, he built some simp shit. I can't stand that shit. I like him, but I can't understand how he let a bitch just fuck up his whole damn life. His whole damn life.
Oh man, I got you.
Like, that makes no common sense to me. Like, that makes no common sense. You got a whole bitch fuck your whole life up. And for what? And then what makes it even worse, you're never going to divorce Tasha. Because you know why? Tasha knows all your goddamn dirt. And as long as y'all motherfucking married, nigga, she got to testify against you in court. Y'all never going to get the damn divorce. Never.
Now, I'm going to say this, not knowing nothing about your personal life, and not even accusing you of this, but a lot of women don't like Ghost for those very reasons that you pointed out. They've been jaded by men before. Men like Ghost.
No. I'm married. I've been married damn over 14 years.
Okay, well, don't be looking at your husband all crazy because Ghost doing some shit on TV. That's all.
No, I've been married damn near 14 years. I've been with the same nigga since I've been 18.
You just don't like home wreckers and niggas who fall for them.
No, I don't. You know why? Because I'm married. I'm always gonna root for the goddamn wife. I'm always, because these hoes be knowing. And I'm not. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. That was Ghost bad. Because first of all, if you was gonna hit my nigga, hit. But those continuously hit. And then you don't fucking background, no nothing on this bitch, not nothing. No Google, my nigga, nothing. No Facebook or nothing. I just don't like how dumb he was behind this bitch.
Somebody said in the comments that technically Angela had him first anyway.
It don't matter. He married her. He married.
So you go with marriage. Okay, I got you.
It don't even matter who had her first. He married who he married. So I don't give a fuck about her having him first. Who cares? Someone had my husband first. I don't give a fuck, but guess what? He married me. So the other hoes is irrelevant now. They don't even matter. That's all I'm saying. I don't like how he went about letting this whole broad fuck up his whole life without doing proper research. That's all I'm saying. Especially when you in that life, the way he is or was, quote unquote, for right now.
Yeah, you know what, Nikki?
And for me, he's smarter than that. He's supposed to be smarter than that.
And honestly, Nikki, that very point, that specific point, the fact that Ghost risked so much behind Angela was my initial criticism of Power back in season 1 and season 2. That was my initial criticism of the entire show. I always criticized, why is he risking so much for for Angela, and Angela's not really providing anything in return to him. So he has this undying desire to be with her at the risk of his everything he's built with Tasha over the past 15 years. And it really wasn't made clear. It really wasn't made clear until about the end of season 2 when Angela kind of helped. She helped him do something with the club. Back at the end of season 2, she helped him keep his club through some connects she had with the FBI. And then I said, okay, finally, who Angela is finally starting to help out who Jamie is. But up until that point, all they ever did was go out, eat, and fuck. Go out and eat and fuck. And I used to complain about that. I used to say, why all he ever does with Angela, they go out to eat and then they fuck somewhere. And I'm like, why is he putting so much at risk? Remember his young daughter, and that's why I'm a little bit conflicted about the time frame you brought up, because remember in season 1, he had a chain or something like a little bracelet that he got from a date out with Angela, he being Ghost.
Right.
And then a piece of that fell into the crib and the baby choked on it. Remember? And then when they pulled out when they pulled out what the baby choked on and Ghost seen he realized what he was doing with Angela was actually hurting his family. That was the symbolism that his time with Angela is beginning to hurt his family. And when we talk about time frames, remember that baby was still in a crib at the time. Now we see the baby now at Raina's funeral. The baby's up, walking and talking and fixing ramen noodles and applying for a student loan. And the little girl old now. She old. So when we say 6 months, we understand that little girl has grown more than 6 months over that time. So I'm going to go back and review what you noted, the Courtney Kemp AfterBuzz TV, so I can see exactly what Courtney said about that 6 month time frame. Because if this entire story takes place in 6 months, I mean it's just really not practical, and it really would be way too much in too little time.
All right. I want to go back. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right. Go ahead. Look. I'll tell you what, Guru. Go watch that shit, and then next week or when it come back on, I'm gonna ask you, did you watch it?
Okay, I really got to pull it up now. I could pull it up now, but it's about an hour long, and I don't want to have to sit through and clip trying to find out the moment in which she said it. So I'll watch it on my own and then just bring all the information to everybody on the scope the next time it comes on, so we can wrap up what we talked about here on tonight.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna ask you again. Did you watch it? Did you hear what she said?
Well, that would be a loophole, though. If she said that would be a loophole in the story, seeing that the child did grow up. So I mean,
she gonna say it. She gonna say it in the interview.
I want to go back to what BG was saying about Angie. I think the reason why it went as far as it did is precisely what you said before about the dichotomy and the relationship between Angie and Tasha. Because Angie represented a time in Ghost's life where things were a lot more simple and it less complicated. It wasn't so much stress. So I guess that's why he risked it all. He just was going. And then you got and like Nikki said, you got to take into account of his age. I think he was going through some type of maybe a midlife crisis or early midlife crisis. And then Angie just kind of set it off.
But the whole thing is this, nigga, you ain't no goddamn child no more, nigga. You got real life issues going on. You got a whole fucking family. You ain't got time to go on memory lane behind no bullshit. Nigga, you ain't 15. You ain't 10, my nigga. What the fuck? What the hell? You got a whole life, a whole kids. You got bills and shit running a club. He ain't got time for that. So again, like I said, if he was gonna hit. All I was saying is, nigga, don't come up, don't go into that shit like a whole fucking relationship and shit. A whole, I want to leave my wife and family. No, nigga, that's not what you do.
All right, but let me ask you this: how much of that is on Angela? Because Angela found out he was a dope dealer too, and she could have backed out at that point, but she didn't. You know, so how? And she found out he was married, and she hung around. So how much of that is on her too?
It's on her too. But see, the thing about it is, that's the thing with that's the whole thing with side chicks. They always feel like, oh, he gonna leave his wife, he gonna do that like that, like fucking he loves me so much. And why is he? If that's an I-10, that's not what happens. If he does leave his wife, the same shit he did to you, he gonna did to his wife, he gonna do to your ass. But the whole, but peep game. At the end of this episode right here, when this nigga say, if anybody gonna go down for my family, it's going to be me. You see Angela's face? You see Angela's face?
She did make a face. She did make a face when he said that.
Yep.
Cause you know why? Tasha is his motherfucking wife. Regardless.
Yeah.
And then another thing is, him going to see motherfucking damn Silver, that was number goddamn jealousy. Because you know why? He still want to fuck Tasha.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I agree. I agree with that.
I do too. I do too. I agree. I agree with that too, because look at what he said to Tasha. You know, when they discussed it, like, you know, you fucking around on me when I was dealing with all that. You know what I'm saying? So he felt some kind of way about it.
He did.
Oh yeah, he did. I don't care how much he fucked Angela. He still loves his baby mama / his wife.
Of course.
And Silver asked Tasha the same thing. When she asked Silver to lie, she was like, "Oh, you're protecting Ghost? You still love him, don't you?" And she's like, "Well, no." But even Silver kind of sensed that.
So that's what I like. To be honest, they're made for each other. Like Tasha and Ghost, they're made for each other. Like for real.
I think too much that happened between them at this point for them to kind of go back and it be normal or the same as it was before.
To be honest, for real, that would be their best fucking damn choice to damn do. Because when they're on one accord, when they're a team, my nigga, they are unstoppable.
I'll be right back.
Huh?
Yeah, but they family. But the thing is, Nikki, they family is in tatters right now. I mean, we got Tariq is completely. He wants to be his own man in the criminal aspect of things. We got Tasha out here. She don't even want to live there no more. And we got Ghost bringing in a whole nother woman as far as Angela. So what they had before is completely broken and Raina's dead. So, you know, their family before, the St. Patrick's that we met in season 1 really don't exist at this point. So to try to put that back together, that'll be so difficult to do, I believe.
Funny, when the episode comes, when Tariq asks Ghost about him teaching him the game, and you know what? I don't even think he's going to teach him the game. I think it's going to be Tasha, the one teaching him the damn game. It's going to be his mama. It's going to be Tasha.
That would be interesting, because we don't know who he asked that question to. So that would be crazy if it was Tasha. I agree with that.
It's going to be his mama. Because the thing about it is, ain't no sense in lying about this shit now. It's all out in the open. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the thing about it is, even though Tariq is a dumbass, I can't stand his little motherfucking ass. He's stupid as fuck. But the thing about it is, if you think about it, Tariq is everything Ghost wanted to be. Cause I'll tell you why. He got the best of both worlds. He preppy as a motherfucker. He been raised. He went to all the best schools and things, so he can maneuver around on white folks, and then he can maneuver around black folks too. But now he's getting game from Kanan. You know what I'm saying? He's getting game from Kanan, who basically taught Ghost ass. And if you think about it, he's kind of smart in his own little way. You know what I'm saying? So put that order together into a melting pot. He is dangerous ass little motherfucker.
He is. He is very dangerous.
He's
Very,
dangerous.
very
He's
dangerous.
dangerous as fuck.
And if he
The
keep
only
running with
thing
Kanan, he gonna become more and more heartless as far as, killing people and killing people that he may care about. They hinted at that at the preview for next week's episode. Kanan tells him, "You basically not a killer until you kill somebody you care about." So what does that mean for Kanan? Excuse me. What does that mean for Tariq when he grows a cold and callous heart and the ability to kill people that he cares about? Then we really dealing with probably a real little dangerous motherfucker.
But the thing about it is, I don't think he's there yet because again, when he got confronted with that chick, the white chick who was about to get raped, that little nigga ran. So
He
he's still soft. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna go that way. I think he's just gonna be a smarter version of Ghost.
Mm.
He just had to hone in on that craft, and now he's dumb as fuck. He's dumb about the damn rock, for real, for real. He think he know, but he don't know.
Yeah, Nikki, you follow me on YouTube?
No, I don't, but I do watch his videos on YouTube.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube because I'm going to post this up. I'm going to probably have to split this up into two separate parts, a part 1 and part 2, since we had this very, very intriguing and compelling phone conversation. But I'm gonna have to go ahead and wrap this scope up. That way we can keep the time limit down to a minimum.
All right.
But I appreciate you calling in.
No problem. Y'all have a great night. Talk to y'all later. See y'all when you come back on for next Power Review.
All right. And I love you and I thank you.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Butch, I had to hit Butch back in a second. But yeah, y'all, whew, that was intense. Nikki was not playing. Nikki came with all of the feels. Nikki came with all of the fire and the feels. I love a lot of the points Nikki made. And she brought up a lot of good points and some stuff we got to all go back and do a little bit of homework to see the perspective that she brought. So I absolutely love that. For those who do not know, I am the Black Guru. What I offer is sage wisdom. Follow the Black Guru if you don't already, and keep those hearts flying. Like I said, this was a very, very good episode. A lot of highlights, a lot of top moments, a lot of great stuff, a lot of stuff that we can really, really, really sink our teeth into. And I'm very, very happy with the direction that the story is going in, and for all of the naysayers and people who criticize Power and say that it's losing its spark and it's lost its way and all of those sorts of things and the writing has deteriorated. Those are those people from Empire that crept over because their little show started going down the drain and they jumped on the Power bandwagon, and now they jumping off the bandwagon trying to tip it over on their way out. So I'm not really tripping on them like that. This show is as good as it's ever been because the connective tissue of this show, the characters haven't changed. Their relationships with each other is based on their own motives and the characters that they've built within themselves. Their eternal conflict is helping produce the external conflict and vice versa. Things like that make shows very, very good and very, very interesting. Power has done that very well, even though they do have the ability to become convoluted at times. They have the ability to kind of go overboard with the interweaving of stories, but when they get it right, they get it real right. When they hit it on the mark, they hit it spot on. And tonight was another spot on hit for Power. So follow the Black Guru right here on Periscope. Follow me on Instagram, The Black Guru on Instagram. Search for me on YouTube, The Black Guru on YouTube. Also visit guruhats.bigcartel.com to get the latest Black Guru hats. And I appreciate everybody's time. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. One love.